Welcome to Manifesting Through Motherhood. I'm your host, Lindsay Williams, a self-development mentor, entrepreneur and author, dedicated to helping busy mums like you manifest success, balance and create passive income on your terms. With years of experience in mindset, manifestation, fitness, parenting and business growth, I share simple yet powerful strategies to help you transform your life without the overwhelm. If you're ready to up-level your mindset, build a thriving business and create the life you truly deserve, you're in the right place. You can also find all my books on Amazon, packed with tools to help you manifest and grow. So don't forget to follow the podcast to be updated on all new episodes. And let's get going. Welcome back, ladies. How is everybody doing? So let's jump in with some listener feedback. I just had to share this. And I'm going to start with, you're not too old, too late, or too busy. You are just getting started. So I just wanted to share something really special with you. And I got a message from a listener last night. She's a mum. She listens to the podcast for quite a while, and we actually have got a bit of a relationship going now because we haven't met each other, but we talk to each other. And the thing is about podcasts, like, we don't live too far away from each other, but you kind of follow people's journey, and we are just real people. Everybody's real. I'm more real because I'm out there. I'm sharing lots of personal things about me to you guys on the podcast, and that's the thing. I'm being open and vulnerable, so when people message me and do the same, it just means so much to me. And she said that she planned her week out, she did her gratitude, and the first time in a long time she started to believe that she could build something for herself. She said that she'd kind of written herself off, she felt too old. Bear in mind, she's younger than me. I actually thought she was a lot younger than me, but she's a few years younger than me. Too busy, life's too full, and maybe missed a chance. Well, come on, I published my book only a couple of years ago and launched this podcast, and I know how many of you guys will relate to this. She said she listened to the pod yesterday and got all inspired. She's planning out a week and doing the gratitude, and she's going to look at maybe like doing a course for herself and hopefully like start a little business for herself, ready for when her daughter goes to school. And that's what I try and help people with, is create some passive income. Even it's no matter what type of a business, whether it's a passive income business, a podcast or a book, or just a little business that you can do online, or set up a little shop. It could be a nail or lash business. It's something for you, because people, when they go back to work, they might be working in a job, and sometimes people just don't want to go back to what they no. And if you have a child with additional needs as well, it's even harder. You can't just go back to norm. There is no norm. Life was not that. Your life is never going to be the same again when you've got children. We can't just be selfish and think of us. So yes, you're going to get the book. And she just said she had a light bulb moment, and this is the thing. This is what the podcast is all about, those light bulb moments for you. It's about self-development, personal development, your journey of just I see so many people they're locking themselves away and they're just getting down to business, and that's what it is. It's just looking at what you can do. And I've really amplified my manifesting this month, and loads of crazy things have started happening. And it just goes to show that if we really, the universe believes in us and what we're going to do and achieve, it will work with us. There'll be no resistance. It's like the Force. If you watch Star Wars, when you've got a resistance, you've got the Force will work against you, it'll work with you. It's like that. I feel like that's with manifesting. And I feel like when you're in a relationship and it's not working out and you've got to keep working at it, that is the universe telling you it's not working. If you've got to put a lot of effort into your personal relationships, it is kind of a sign to me. I wouldn't have said this to myself in my 20s, but now I'm in my 40s, absolutely, because I feel like if there's any resistance, or even with friendships, there's always something. We know our heads and our hearts speak so differently, but our subconscious, we know what's right for us. We know what we need, from the other person and from a group of friends, or even just people at work. So we need to look at the lie that we tell ourselves. So somewhere along the line, we start telling ourselves stories like, it's too late, I've left it too long, other people can do this but not me, I'll wait until life is a little bit quieter, and that will never happen. But here is the truth. Life doesn't get quieter We just get braver. Main character energy. That's what we need to bring. That's what I brought. I turned 40 and I've said it so many times on the podcast. I didn't go crazy. I didn't shave my head. I didn't dye my hair pink or get a motorbike or a leather jacket. That is just like your typical things that you see. I just thought, I need to publish this book. I need to step out, stand on business and start pushing myself forward. Nobody's going to do it. What am I waiting for? This was my era. It was Pandora's box. It completely opened. Manifesting was at its highest peak for me. I was manifesting left, right and centre. Things were just coming through. And because I was manifesting, I was doing my practices. I was my crystals. I was doing everything. Visualising. I was going for spas. I was relaxing. I was taking self-care in. When we start doing that, we're telling the universe we're ready. We're ready to step up. And that's what, if this is resonating with you now, you're like, yes. And this is what I want you to do. I want you to be motivated by me. And being busy doesn't mean that you can't build something. It means you need something that fits around your life. I've had to adapt with my son. And especially now, knowing he has this genetic condition now, like it's better. We know the answers and we know what we need to do and work with him. But I know now, I feel like that was the missing puzzle of the piece because there was just something, I couldn't put my finger on it. And yeah, so it's kind of everything just fell together nicely. Everybody's on board because like people would say, oh, what's wrong with him? Has he got autism? Has he got this? I'm like, well, he's got a very, range of possibilities. But now it's pinpointed and it's good for him for when he gets older. So it doesn't really mean anything to him now, but he can understand himself a little bit more. It's like anything, don't matter what we've got or any struggles or challenges that we do have. We like to know what it is because we can equip ourselves and we can do the research as we get older. So, and it, when I sent that message, I was like, oh, and what really got me about her message was this line. I'd written myself off a bit, and honestly, how many women do that? Not because they aren't capable, but because they've spent years putting everybody else first. Mums don't lack ambition. We actually want more ambition. We just lack permission to try, permission to want more, and permission to start again. Because small actions change everything. She didn't overhaul her whole life. She didn't quit anything. She didn't suddenly have loads of spare time. She planned her week, practiced gratitude and opened her mind to learning something new. And that was enough to shift her energy from maybe one day to why not me? And that's how change actually starts. And that's what I did. I was like, you know what? I'm ready to step up. I'm going to be a podcaster. I'm going to just completely change everything that I'm doing. I'm just ready for it. Your body, sometimes, it's like when you have a baby. My body clock, I never said I wouldn't have children, but everyone, that person I've been out with, I never seen like a child with them. But when I met my husband, within months, it was like a whirlwind. And that was the first time, I asked him on the first date, because he was 37, like, why haven't you got children? Do you want children? And his ex-partner didn't want children, and that was the reason why it didn't continue. But it was very amicable. And she knew that he wanted children, and that was like, for somebody to do that and give that permission to meet somebody, and she did it at the right time. So I said, even though you was like with that person for 10 years and then you stepped to me, we met each other, even though you're 10 years older than me, we met each other at the right time, and we both knew we wanted a child together, and it was crazy. And we both knew it was going to be a special type of child. I just said, I knew, we're going to have a child, but I think it's going to be a special child. And yeah, we was kind of like prepared. And he's like, you always manifest all these things and you're always right. So it kind of like goes, along with what I do. So you don't need to have a massive plan. If you're listening and thinking, I'd love to do something, but I don't know what, that's okay. You don't need the full vision. You just need the next step. Curiosity over certainty, action over perfection, and belief over excuse. So for you guys that are listening right now, and if this is landing for you, I want you to hear this clearly. You are never too old, you are not behind, and you are not unrealistic. You are experienced, you are capable, and you are allowed to create a life that you are proud of. Whether that's a business, a creative project, a new chapter, or simply backing yourself again. Sometimes that starts with self-development, learning about you. If you've not bought my book, you can go and get that on Amazon. It's in my link tree, Manifesting Through Motherhood. Lots of tools it will give you the inspiration you need about manifesting. It's not too woo-woo. It's just strategies that I use, and that's fitness, health, to-do lists, and how I manifest, and my inner child. So bringing out your inner child and what that looks like, because sometimes that's usually based on your business. My inner child was always hair and beauty. Loved doing my nana's hair and messing around and doing makeup. I always wanted to do hair and beauty. It was inevitable I was going to do that, and I've still got my own business. But I started, because of the world change, and we started going online, and I started coaching. I did my life coaching and my counselling. I just did everything together. It just evolved in the right way. But it evolved because I launched my podcast, and then people started like perking up, like, oh, what's she doing? And then I started doing my journals and my planners, and then I wrote my book, published my book. And then I started attending networking events, I've been asked to be a guest speaker to speak, doing articles. I've actually got an article coming out soon. I'll just keep it out on my socials, and I'll pop that out. And I've also got something coming out in the paper, my local paper. So again, just keep an eye out, because obviously when you listen to this, it will probably be online anyway. So like, I've still got my old article from 2 years ago that you can still. So if you look for my name and make sure you write Lindsay with a D, SAY, you will see everything on there. So you can kind of see all my blogs and everything that I've got going on. So it's just about backing yourself and thinking, right, what do I want going forwards? Because use me as your AI tool. Use me as your mentor. Like, even if I don't know who you are, it doesn't matter. I want you to use the tools on my podcast to listen, to think, right, she can do it. I'm just a bog standard mum. Like, I'm just here at home with my hubby, and I do normal things. I like to meet my friends for coffee. I like to go for spas, and not all the time. I'm just a normal mum. So I am in your relatable category. So just a small affirmation I want you to say to yourself: it's not too late for me. I am allowed to begin again, and my life expands when I choose myself. So I'm going to move on to the next section now. And I've just realised my husband is hoovering upstairs. So if you hear a little zzz in the background, I've just done downstairs, and he's like, oh, I'll do upstairs. But they're so noisy. You don't realise when you're not hoovering and somebody else is hoovering. But you know what? I'm not going to complain, because I was like, he won't realise that it picks up the sound. So, but you know what? I can't complain because he's hoovering. So anyway, let's move on to the next section. So just a little bit to finish it off at the end. Why you can manifest it but struggle to hold it. I don't think we hear enough about it in the manifestation space, because a lot of us can manifest. We've manifested money, opportunities, growth, visibility, confidence, but then we feel overwhelmed, we procrastinate, we pull back, we self-sabotage without meaning to, and we end up thinking, why can't I just stay here? Why can't I hold it when it arrives? And if that's ever been you, especially as a busy mum juggling life, work, emotions and responsibilities, this section's for you. We've all done this. It's like when I published my book, like I've said, I'll never get that feeling again. I manifested it. It's here. It's there. It's like when you have your first child. It's like a wow, your dopamine. You never forget that first experience. Nothing, even if you have other children, that's a new experience. Everything's new. And we sometimes hold on to things because we think, well, we've done it now, and manifestation's not working, and I'm not doing it right, and then we start forgetting it, and then we start giving up with manifesting. This happens all the time. Most people think manifestation breaks down at the level of belief, but honestly, it often breaks down at the level of capacity. Because when you call in more money, more responsibility, more freedom, more visibility, your body is being asked to hold a reality it may never have experienced before. And if your nervous system hasn't learned that this level is safe, it doesn't interpret it as success. It interprets it as a threat. This is just to hit the nail on the head, because when we want things sometimes, but then we think, oh, but what if I get it? Like, what if I get that job? Or what if I can't do it? And then we kind of sneakily think, well, maybe it doesn't matter if I don't get it. We all say it all the time, whether you think it as a manifestation or we all have those thoughts. Because sometimes I have people that like say they're scared of success and scared of, they want it and they've always wanted it, but then what if it happens and they can't do it? Because then you worry about letting yourself down and other people down. But then what do? We self-sabotage without meaning to. So this is why you might notice things like the opportunity arrives and suddenly you procrastinate. Your income increases and spending increases too. A relationship deepens and you feel the urge to pull away. It's not because you're broken and it's not because you don't want it enough. It's because your nervous system is loyal to what it knows. Even if what it knows is stress, urgency, chaos and always being in survival mode. So when life starts to feel calmer, steadier, more abundant, your system tries to regulate you back to familiarity. I feel like sometimes when life's going good, it's calm, everything's good in my relationship, and we're always waiting for something to mess it up. It's funny, so I've had to rewire my brain and how I work, because life is usually chaotic. I see friends in chaotic relationships, chaotic statuses and posts online. So you think, well, why is mine not chaotic? Why is mine quite chill? So then we start to panic a little bit. But manifestation isn't mindset, it's regulation. This is where manifestation stops being about think positive, raise your vibration, and just believe harder. And starts being about feeling safe with ease, feeling grounded with success, and feeling calm with expansion. We need to trust and believe that we are in our own lane, what's coming is good, and even when we are receiving it, don't self-sabotage it, don't be sending our manifestations away. I am very aware when things start to change, and I feel sometimes, is this the chapter for the next chapter? When you are very, very in tune with yourself and what's coming, you see a double up of what's going to come next and going to come next again. So be aware and be quite open to observing what's coming through, if you get what I mean. It's because sometimes we don't see things because we are frantic sometimes. So it's just seeing what we can see and being open and observing whatever's coming through. This is the process now. I'm in it and I'm just going to let it carry on. Regulated nervous system doesn't just help you manifest more, it helps you keep what you manifest. It allows success to feel steady instead of overwhelming, pleasure to feel grounded instead of destabilising, growth to feel embodied instead of something you brace for. Especially for us busy mums, and let's be honest, we carry it quite a lot, and we're used to holding it together, anticipating everyone else's needs, and being on it all the time. So of course ease can feel unfamiliar, of course calm can feel strange, and of course, expansion can feel uncomfortable. Sometimes people can make us feel guilty for having success. And that's when we start to open our eyes a little bit more. What's wrong with you? Your body just needs reassurance that you don't have to earn rest. You don't have to rush success. You're allowed to feel safe while things get better. So here's a little gentle practice that I want you to do. I want you to try it this week. So when something good happens, money lands, an opportunity comes in, things feel lighter, pause and say, I am safe here. And the more they come through, you will say, I am safe here. You will know that word. Have it wrote down, write it on your hand, anywhere. One slow breath, drop your shoulders, unclench your jaw. You're not forcing belief, you're teaching your body that expansion is safe. That's manifestation you can actually hold. The most elevated versions of you aren't just thinking differently, they're regulated differently. And when safety lives in your body, manifestation starts feeling like something you chase and starts feeling like something you naturally allow. So if this episode has resonated with you, I would love for you to share this. I know a lot of you have been sharing it because I can tell through the download. So if you are new to the podcast, I really appreciate you being here and supporting me and welcoming you into my world and manifestation. And if you are new, send me a message. Let me know if you've been manifesting a while and you're just looking for a different spin on it, because we can come off manifesting. I have people that say to me, I've stopped manifesting. I'm like, what do you mean you've stopped manifesting? I just manifest every day. It's like brushing my teeth and changing my underwear. And they're like, yeah, but it's not been working and I'm not getting anywhere. I went, but maybe you've just manifested calm and abundance. I'm like, well, yeah, that's true. Well, yeah, I never thought of it like that. So then we go down a little bit of a rabbit hole, don't we? So you are allowed to expand without burning out. So the last affirmation for you is, I am safe to receive more. I am calm as I expand. And what I manifest stays with me because my body knows it is safe. And I will leave it there. And happy manifesting. And I will speak to you all soon. I will keep you updated with what's going on. And don't forget to come and follow me on the socials. And yeah, speak to you later. Bye. If you're feeling called to go deeper, to align more, create more, and really step into that next version of you, you'll find everything you need in my Linktree. From my book, Manifesting Through Motherhood, to powerful resources and ways we can work together. It's all there waiting for you. Come and find me on Instagram or Facebook. I love hearing what landed with you. Don't forget to follow the podcast, and if this episode spoke to you, please share it with someone who is on their own journey too. And happy manifesting.